Rising from the rural wetlands is a dramatic haven for the arts.
Look at this walk up here. This is crazy. It's a real mountain climb. Yeah, it's good exercise. So here is the rooftop terrace. This is the peak of the mountain. Yeah. Wow. Also, this space is open to the sky, also open to the city center. So this become kind of the stage for the city. It isn't just about an opera house, it's about enhancing the cultural infrastructure in Harbin, which is not just a musical city for China, but it's really becoming an international city for music.
In this episode of How China Works,
Good, I like it, I like it, I like it.
I'm bringing cameras and questions to places that outsiders are rarely permitted.
We're going down.
To investigate how China lives, works, and plays.
Because I want to be a football star.
In 2016, urban income increased by 5.6% and rural income by 6.2%. By 2020, China is targeting to double that. With more money and more time for recreation.
They get to see their favorite characters come to life in the theater.
This new generation is leading a lifestyle revolution. I'm Danny Forster, architect and international explorer. I've spent years investigating cultures and countries around the globe.
Look at this thing! Look at this thing! You're creating an archive of humanity. Yes.
And I'm back
All right. Victory!
to find out how China works. In China's coldest city, temperatures drop to 40 below. The city of Harbin, also known as Music City, where a deep tradition of music and art ripples beneath its icy surface. Over a century ago, Harbin was an outpost on the Trans-Manchuria line. Russians immigrated here in large numbers to work on the railway. The Jews among them did not work on the railway. However, they did become part of the community, and they helped build a culture that endures today in the city's reverence for music. Today, the city of Harbin is experiencing a cultural renaissance. Resources are being poured into all sorts of new venues for performers and spectators. In fact, the city's 100-year-old synagogue has been painstakingly restored and reimagined as a new concert hall.
For me, a synagogue, to be a concert hall, is quite natural, because every Saturday, the cantor will stand on the stage over there and will sing. And the practitioners, the people who are sitting here, will sing after him. Then
Professor
you have a
Dan
private
Ben-Kanan
building
is an
over
Israeli
there of
scholar
assembly.
who led the restoration of this century-old synagogue.
So everything I'm looking at here was destroyed.
Absolutely, totally. Luckily, they didn't touch the windows. And I had 4 photographs of the interior of the synagogue, but you could not make up the details. So I wrote letters, sent about several hundred letters to people around the world and asked them to look at their private photo albums.
So all of these were rebuilt to match the original elements
That's right.
that you had images of from an international letter hunting search.
That's right. When I was suggesting that this will become the center, music center of Harbin, I was very happy when it was accepted.
The Chinese have embraced the cultural legacy of its Russian Jewish neighbors, turning the city into a hub for music. Considered the epicenter of China's music city, the Harbin Opera House brings together art, nature, and identity. Its fluid design mimics the surrounding environment as if sculpted by wind and water. The interiors are layered with natural textures and curvilinear forms, inviting people to interact with both space and light.
Wow. So this is really this is the heart of the experience. This is being inside of an organic 100-year-old, 1,000-year-old tree. Yeah. When you think of great international cities, you can't not think about the cultural buildings and really the opera houses. Lincoln Center in New York, the Sydney Opera House, Beijing Opera House. These buildings define cities by becoming hubs of culture. Mm-hmm. You've created one in Harbin.
This building is a bold new symbol of the city's cultural legacy. China's appetite for arts and culture is increasing. In recent years, rapid urbanization has resulted in an increase of the combined income of the Chinese. It's now greater than the UK, German, French, and Spanish middle incomes combined. And it's not just that the Chinese have more money. They also have more time. 2 days off a week and 2 weeks off a year, which is double what they had in 1995. So what are they doing with all this time and money? Some are sending their children to music schools, which are growing in number. This is the Harbin Conservatory of Music, one of China's newest fine art academies.
Hi, how are you? I'm Danny. Ni hao. Ni hao, nice to meet you. I'd love to be involved, but I feel like, I'm not a very musical person. So what's the simplest place to start? Where do you begin?
Simple 最简单的那个大低音锣
The gong.
Simple pianissimo
Middle.
Fortissimo crescendo forte
It's good? It's good? Thank you. Thank you all. I've traveled a great distance to come here to play the gong for you.
You play in this 这个 orchestra.
I'll play in the orchestra?
Look me.
You conduct? All right, it's game time. Get ready for some serious musical majesty.
188 1 2 3 4
For some, leisure time is better spent on the field than in a concert hall. The Chinese now have the resources to master a whole new sport, a sport that is sweeping the nation.
好，下面我们来看一段视频啊。这段视频是2003第一队在河南漯河的时候与山东鲁能的一场比赛。
We are visiting a school that is dedicated to training China's next generation of football players. Tsingyuan, in the southern province of Guangdong, is home to Evergrande Football Academy. It has 50 pitches spread across 167 acres, and it can accommodate up to 10,000 students, making it the largest football school on the planet.
Okay, jefe. Okay. Gracias. All right. Wow. Uh-oh. Okay. That was great. We played for 4 minutes. I'm gonna go sit down for 10.
2,000 years ago, the Chinese played an ancient kickball game and even set up professional clubs. Now, in modern times, football has not been as popular in China as, say, table tennis. However, recently, it is roaring back. Amateur football leagues have sprung up all over China. Last year alone, 400,000 Chinese were playing on amateur teams. Now this love for the sport is bringing the nation together on the field, but also off the field as well. Football is now the most watched sport in China. In 2015, over 1 billion viewers tuned in to watch their national team and local clubs.
Football is getting bigger and bigger in China, that much is clear. Games are bigger, attendance is up. But the real way to kind of understand just how deeply that passion runs is to see what the fans do when they're not at the games. This looks like a really nice professional publication.
我们召集了全国的喜爱广州恒大的一些球迷来做一个公告式的一个集合吧，把它整理出来，然后做出这一份特刊。
No professionals, all fans.
All fans.
That's crazy. Why do you put so much time into making this thing? Do you guys love this guy? I mean, do you love this guy?
Yes.
Yes,
You
yes,
love
yes,
this
really,
guy.
really.
Yes, I love this guy, this
My
guy, this guy.
Let's get serious.
Yes.
China has traditionally excelled at individual sports like table tennis. However, football depends on teamwork. So in addition to skills and drills and strategy, a football school in China must teach team spirit. At Evergrande Football Academy, the students live together on campus, learn together about the world's best teams and players and the famous games they've played, and eat together, adhering to a strict diet approved by nutritionists, just as if they were world-class athletes.
What do we have here?
Beef and tomato.
Beef and tomato. It's a lot of protein.
营养上绝对的没有问题的啊。
I know, I'm a growing boy.
这个营养搭配是非常好的。
There is an obscene amount of protein on this plate. Beef and lamb and chicken and fish, carbohydrates. This is not dinner, mind you, this is lunch. So why did you come to this school? What made you like football so much?
Because I want to be a football star.
You want to be a football star?
Yes.
What about you?
足球会让我们感到成就感，然后会给我们很多欢乐。
Nice. I like it. I like it. I can't tell if you like sports more or noodles.
After the students refuel, they spend the rest of the school day training together.
Sigue. Azules, por favor, en este lado. Azules ahí. Verdes para allá. Nos ponemos la mitad del grupo en un lado, la mitad en el otro.
蓝队这边底线，绿队这边底线，你们两侧平分啊。
Okay, so what you just saw is kind of amazing. 2 coaches from Spain. Doesn't speak any English or Chinese. You've got 1 translator who's Chinese who speaks Chinese, English, or Spanish. All the students, the players, speak no Spanish. How this works, I don't know.
I know it sounds crazy, but it makes sense. If you want to build the best football school, you have to hire the best coaches. And the best coaches naturally come from the world's best club, Spain's Real Madrid. Like, for example, head coach Sanchez.
El fútbol es un deporte colectivo, que todos tienen que correr, que no hay que llegar muy rápido. O sea, nosotros lo que hemos intentado inculcar aquí, lo que mejor creo que hemos conseguido transmitirles es eso.
Because it's very interesting what you're doing as part of this project, because you're changing culture, right? You're bringing something that does not exist in China
and you're inserting it into a new culture, which is really changing the minds of kids.
Sí, teníamos que convencer a entrenadores chinos que les habían enseñado de una manera, intentar abrirle la mente y luego abrirle la mente a los niños y que la aceptaran. Entonces, pero es muy gratificante porque lo estamos consiguiendo.
China is planning to roll out 20,000 more football schools like this across the country, with the goal of nurturing around 30 million skilled players by 2020. The government is pouring resources into this sport and the people are responding with enthusiasm. But with the new power of consumer culture, not every leisure activity needs government support in order to thrive. Rehearsals are underway for a play adapted from the Chinese novel Grave Robbers Chronicles. Now, unlike a conventional bestseller, this novel was born online and quickly rose to fame after receiving 18 million downloads. Thanks to the country's eager embrace of the internet and mobile phones, online literature is booming in China. Literary works written for and circulated on the internet. 150 million characters, or about 100 million words, are uploaded every day to be consumed by almost 350 million Chinese readers. This brand new industry is already worth nearly 1.3 billion US dollars. And the backdrop to this new cultural phenomenon is Shanghai. High-tech cities are especially fertile grounds for this flourishing industry. And it's here that this virtual craze sometimes takes the very real form of fans crowding in the streets. Every year, Shanghai plays host to the largest cosplay event in China, where fans pay homage to their favorite works by dressing up as beloved characters.
That's nice, that's nice. Give me more, give me action. Love the camera, use the eyes. Confusion, passion, fire. You know, they say imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, and that could not be more clear than here tonight. We're a bunch of friends who are so into online literature, they've decided to dress up and create their own homespun photo shoot, which, by the way, I have to direct. Let me see those teeth. Believe in yourself, but don't tell us you believe in yourself. Thumb in the pants, bend that knee. Yeah, oh, there it is. Good, I like it, I like it, I like it. Talk to the camera. This is your friend, talk to the lens. Oh, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful.
Nothing could feel more modern than literary worlds living in the zeros and ones accessed by millions of handheld computers. So it's startling to learn that behind this phenomenon is one of China's oldest artistic traditions.
这边是我们的工坊。真的是我们的刻板师傅。
He started with a solid wood block that he's slowly working away. What's left over are the individual Chinese characters. Once the wood block is fully saturated, covered in black ink, we bring the parchment over, and she physically presses down on the paper, and that contact, that interaction, produces that. Woodblock printing has not changed much since it first originated in China almost 2,000 years ago.
我认为啊，中国的最美的这种最根本的文化，应该源于汉字，因为汉字是中华文明的这个根源，也是负载在中华这个整个的历史上的这个汉字的灵魂。
It was 2,000 years ago when the Chinese invented paper. It was 1,000 years ago when they invented printing. Now, these innovations made literature available not just to a wealthy few, but it revolutionized Chinese society, which reveres the written word. And yet, despite their love of the physical printed word,
It's the Chinese that are embracing the revolution that is online literature.
The Chinese approach to intellectual property rights tends to be quite flexible, allowing for a lively industry built on spin-offs, adaptation, animation, and even theatrical performances. And with more leeway to comment on or even recast existing art, fans have the opportunity to influence the very works that they love.
What can you do about my nose? It's very big.
It's okay.
It's okay?
Very handsome.
Handsome, you think? All right. Before the show, gotta put your face on, gotta get the makeup, gotta get the hair, gotta get the moneymaker ready. Of course, Simone, you don't need any makeup. You look beautiful as you are. I wouldn't do a thing. You're perfect.
At Super Sky Theater, Simone and her troupe are putting on a theatrical production based on the blockbuster digital novel. And the novel's fans are also playing a role.
How do you access the imagination of the fans' image of their characters?
So we read all the comic, all the picture, the fans drawn. Okay, the role is young. The role is white. Wow, the role is cold. So we can make the casting according to the picture.
So you read the novel, you want to pick the actor to play the character, but you don't go to your judgment, you actually go to the fan comics that the fans drew to understand their imagination and then to cast the actor to match their vision.
Yeah.
They get to see their favorite characters come to life in the theater.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah, very unique.
The fan fiction has inspired the real-life casting. These readers are connecting with their favorite novels in an entirely new way.
The last time I was in a play was in 1987. It was in 6th grade, and it was The Sound of Music, and I killed. I know it's a big play, big production, sold-out show, but is there a role for me?
Here.
A guy in black?
A guy in black dress. They need you to look like you're on fire.
On fire?
You're being burned.
Like I'm actually being burned. Do I survive the burning?
You die.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go. Lead the way. It's the theater, man. Now keep in mind, this is a super complicated multimedia show with screens and lights and moving pieces. So before I burn to death on stage, I've got to rehearse, learn my moves.
This is your position.
This is the mark?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stand here. Here, in front of the fire. My colleague dies. Oh my God, I'm very nervous, very scared. I follow this thing, and then I go on fire. No, not yet. Up, and then.
After they talk, the light should die. And we go outside. Follow me.
And then after that scene, we have that romantic scene together.
Yeah, I hope.
You hope?
We have it. Yeah.
While we prepare to mount the live-action version of an online novel, across town, a one-of-a-kind restaurant is preparing a different kind of show with food as the star. So I've come to an undisclosed location somewhere in Shanghai to meet one of the most innovative chefs on the planet. With over 180,000 places to eat, more than in London, Paris, and New York City combined, Shanghai has become the nation's food capital, attracting foodies and celebrity chefs from around the globe.
Daddy, bonjour.
Bonjour, chef.
How are you?
I'm impressed.
Welcome to Ultraviolet.
Thank you.
Ultraviolet is one of the most exclusive restaurants in the world. under the direction of the celebrated French chef, Paul Perret. Here, the kitchen is an art studio. The plates are like blank canvases. The ingredients, Chef Perret's paintbox.
That makes it like a little plate. It won't be a disaster if you put it differently. First, take the spoon plain hand, and then we get this one. Let your hand loose. OK. On peut la remouler un petit peu. OK. And now we let it fall a little bit. OK, and we're going to cut a little bit of it, right? You have the feeling, right?
All right, Chef. Come on, buddy. Oh, Chef, we're in trouble. Chef, we're going down.
That's okay, that's not bad. You have the tape.
Each of the 22 fantastical bites on the menu is accompanied by a specific choreographed routine, some slightly more complex than others.
Right? But
What was wrong with that?
right hand?
Right hand, sorry. Line it up. Okay.
Yeah, I would say la, and everybody say bouillabaisse. And then we very softly tell the guest, 1 bite, please.
1 bite, please. So let's try that.
La bouillabaisse. 1 bite, please.
1 bite, please. I just want to be clear about this.
Please.
All of this we're talking about
Yes.
is to serve 1 spoonful.
Just for 1 spoon.
Okay, this better be the best spoonful in the history of spoons, by the way.
Timing is critical for reaching the peak of a dish. When you remember about 1 dish, you remember about 1 bite.
You set the stage for the bite.
You set the stage for the bite, definitely.
Oyster.
It's all about the way I love oyster. I love oyster very cold. I love them full iodine.
It's an amazing thing that all of the elaborate orchestration brings us back to probably your memory of an oyster you had sitting somewhere as a child.
Perfect.
In the background, I've got the sound of the sea behind me, and on all 4 sides of me, I have the image of that seawater coming in around wooden dock legs.
And the smell of the sea. That's the idea of ultraviolet.
Chef Paul Perret is on a quest for the perfect bite, and he has chosen Shanghai to be the site of this grand experiment. By combining technology, artistry, and food to create a single, powerful experience, one highly produced moment at a time. Behind the scenes is the tech room.
The rolling menu.
Head
this
chef
is the title
Greg
of the
Robinson
dish.
shows
Every
me
dish
how the
starts with a rolling
operation is
menu.
orchestrated.
This sets the tempo for the kitchen, and the kitchen sets the tempo for the evening. If you lose that tempo, you lose that feeling and loses that excitement and loses that emotion.
Every moment is considered. Every moment is thoughtfully crafted by you guys.
That is correct.
Lights, smoke machines, smell machines, LEDs, projectors, servers, chefs. I mean, all of that to come together to create this experience. This is a performance art piece.
With this level of innovation, dinner has become something more than food. It's a provocative art form designed to satisfy the growing Chinese appetite for arts and culture. Case in point, this evening's performance, in which the digital novel, The Grave Robbers Chronicles, has been adapted for the stage. The fans are eager to see their favorite characters come to life for the first time. And they are no doubt especially excited to see my character, otherwise known as the Man in Black.
Pants?
Yes.
Jacket. Okay. One last piece of the puzzle. Now I'm in character.
Our turn to
Are you ready?
act. Yeah. Let's go.
Here we go. Showtime. Showtime.
After just one 5-minute rehearsal, I definitely feel ready for my big scene.
这个裙子好漂亮，还招待我呢。
I want to look, but I'm not supposed to move because I'm dead.
No, it's cool. No, it's no big. Hey! Hey! Sissy, have a great night. Take care. Hey! This is how popular online literature has become. You write a novel, you put it online. You send it out to the masses, it doesn't stop there. These things get read, they get followed, they get popular. They become plays. The actors in the plays become famous people who sign autographs. Even if you have a cameo for 5 seconds in a play, you get to sign an autograph. Here you go. Thanks for coming to the show. Oh, I'll sign them all night. Absolutely. They forgot to put me in this poster, but I'm sure the next one they'll have it taken care of.
The real key to the astounding popularity of online literature is accessibility. Through the democratizing power of the internet, it's now easier for writers to be published. It's easier for readers to get the newest installment. And it's easier for fans to interact with and even influence the works that they love. Accessibility is also the idea behind an innovation that allows a new group of people to enjoy a very old sport.
之后啊，我们需要做一个动作，集中在李教练这儿，好不好？听到了吗
What's cuter than 7-year-olds who don't know how to ski? It's amazing. Yeah. My name is Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Nice to meet you. Is this your first time skiing?
One time for here.
One time here. So he's practically a pro. He's skied once before. Have you skied before?
2 days.
All right. So we got some beginners here today. We've got some second dayers, some third dayers. Time to take off the training wheels and get to skiing.
好了，从那边开始上，这个的。
These kids are taking part in a holiday program to learn how to ski. Now, while that might sound normal, it isn't. Because they're here in the dead of summer, in Beijing, inside of an indoor ski bed.
You ready to go? You good? Yes? All right. Boom. 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 Oh! All right.
Currently, only 1% or 10 million of the Chinese people ski. But since winning the bid for the 2022 Olympics, China has launched a nationwide initiative to transform about 20% of the population, that's 300 million non-skiers, into downhill enthusiasts. Indoor facilities with man-made snow, that is just the beginning. The Chinese are using next-level technology to bring skiing to the masses.
So Sarah,
There we go.
what is this place?
This place is the new interpretation of technology versus ski. It helps everybody who never ski before, and then to provide the audience what is ski, how cool ski can be.
So it's like a little tease.
Correct.
And where is this magic piece of technology?
Let's check it out over there.
All right, over here.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Now we got it. This seriously feels like skiing. Oh, I'm sweating because that feels exactly like skiing. Like everything I'm doing, every move I'm making, I'm seeing that happen on the screen and it feels legitimately real.
This sensor actually track what you're doing over here, and it also react to what you see over here.
So you've got the real mountain, you've got the real geometry, the real slope, the pitch, the feeling of the snow. You've got all this technology, but you're saying is it that accurate that this is a legitimate way for a skier to train?
Yes, it's a serious technology.
With some of the world's best real-world ski slopes available on its database, this piece of technology makes skiing affordable and accessible to the public year-round before they test their skills on actual outdoor slopes.
All right, I'm at Mount Guaque in the Yabuli region, and I'm about 1,300 meters above sea level. And I have not skied in about 10 years, which means it's the best time to go practice. I forgot my pole. Is it back there? Help. Help.
The Winter Olympics may still be a few years away. However, China's elite skiers are already preparing for a gold medal win.
你好. I'm Danny.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, Coach, tell me, what's the plan for these guys here?
我们今天下午主要是练习回转
Slalom? Slalom?
Slalom.
That's what we're doing. What's so fascinating about meeting the coach who's teaching these skiers is that China's going to have the Olympics in 2022, right? That's a huge opportunity. We've got China hosting the games. What's the plan?
这个因为时间还有4年半时间，一是就是有天分的运动员，只要选择有天分的运动员。第二个就是我们一定要有紧迫感，抓紧一切时间去提高运动员的从技术啊、心理啊、比赛的经验方面，就是说在这4年半我们都要完成。
Gentlemen, good? Let's go. Skis?
Yeah.
Climbing. No snowmobile? Like a couple of dogs? Mush! Mush! We go up? No, I guess we're carrying it. All right. It's freezing up here, and the wind is blowing, and there's not a lot of powder. It's pretty hard snow, kind of icy. So this isn't going to be the easiest run for these guys. And by these guys, I mean me.
Go. Go. Okay.
Whew, snow is coming, the wind is blowing, it is cold. Go. Go? Go. Me, go. Oh, see you later. Victory!
Getting an entire country to adopt a new sport may sound ambitious, but grand nationwide goals have never deterred the Chinese. It worked with their most triumphant sport, table tennis. But can that level of success be replicated? This is the China Table Tennis College, located in Shanghai. It is the world's first professional institution for the sport. Young talents from all over the country have been specifically recruited to train right here.
So I've gotten a chance to scout the place out, look at their players, and I'm ready for my match. I'm going to take on one of their best players. One of their best 8-year-old players, but the point is this. Myself, Winjia, You and me, USA, China, Olympic rematch. Who's gonna win? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
You're going down. You're going down, Winja. Boom! 1 point against an 8-year-old. I got 1 point against an 8-year-old. I got 2 points against an 8-year-old. What you got? What you got? Okay. I'm officially talking smack to an 8-year-old. And I'm also trying as hard as I possibly can. Uh-oh. Gold medal in ping pong. Exhibition match between a 39-year-old and an 8-year-old is Winja! Victory! You did it, buddy. Give me some. Boom, up top. Boom, downtown. Yeah. Oh, too smooth.
When China won all 4 medals in table tennis at the Rio Olympics, exactly nobody was surprised. The Chinese are without a doubt undisputed champions, having won 28 of the 32 Olympic gold medals in table tennis since 1988.
Why is China so dominant in ping pong?
整个国家在支持，他们的训练时间可以保证，然后队医啊、体能教练啊都有跟踪嘛，然后各个省的教练都是集中到一块的。他们是每天上午读书，下午训练，下午每天是3个半小时的训练时间，每周有3次是晚上训练，1个半小时到2个小时左右。
We're talking about 6 days a week, 6 hours of training a day. You've got school in the morning, training in the afternoon, homework at night. And this is full time. So at night when they sleep, do they hold the ping pong like this or do they hold it like that?
In short, China now dominates the sport of table tennis. In the 1950s, when table tennis was declared a national sport, the country poured resources into training programs encouraging everybody to play and cultivating talent at a very young age. With this larger population and this singular focus, the results are bound to be impressive.
The Chinese no longer have to be concerned with having enough food and clothing. Thanks to rising income and additional leisure time, their focus has shifted from simply living to living a more balanced, healthy, and cultured life. I mean, think of what we've seen together. A huge football school that are grooming the next elite stars. A massive opera house that brings together East and West. And an avant-garde restaurant that utilizes multi-sensory technology and gastronomy. This represents a tremendous shift in culture. And if you think about a population this size, this means an economic revolution, not just for China, but for the world beyond.